Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Mr. Hino with Mr. Hino's Lego Robotics. Today's video, I'm going to take you through some nostalgic FLL models and things that we have to rebuild. We are ending the end of the year here, and I'm taking inventory of what I have, what's broken, what needs to be put together. So in this video, I'm going to show you just some of the things that you might have seen in years past from Hydrodynamics, Trash Trek, Animal Allies, Into Orbit from this year. And it's just going to be cool to see all these models that you might be going like, oh yeah, I remember that. Stay with me. So those of you that do FLL know that over the course of a season, over the course of just having students, run their robots through the models, things get broken, things get lost. Hopefully, not lost. Maybe you can get some of that recovered. But as I end the school year, I want to have things prepared for next year. So what I have to do is kind of take inventory of what's put together, what needs to be put together, what's broken, what pieces do I need to find. So this is just going to be a trip through my room as I start to close out the school year of what I have and what needs to be fixed. So let's go. So one of the big tasks is we would find things that we knew from the piece what it was, but just to make life a little more organized, we put them into trays and sorted it by color. So let's take a look around here. There's the compost from Trash Trek that needs to be rebuilt. Some of the trash from Trash Trek needs to be rebuilt again. Some of the bins. You look at something like this for Hydrodynamics. And then, looking at some of these blue pieces, those of you that did Animal Allies know that that's going to be part of the blind guy. Some of these tan pieces, is going to be part of the bee house or maybe the panda enclosure. So as you start to look through some of these things, we definitely feel reminiscent into orbit, but the satellite's gone. The red pucks from Animal Allies, I believe it was. So, just looking at some of these things here, those are the methane from Trash Trek. So are you guys starting to go, oh yeah, I remember that? Some of these green panels from, I believe that was Animal Allies. So as you look through some of these things, look at this, Trash Trek. That needs to be rebuilt. You guys remember the toilet? So let's go ahead and take a look at what's already been built. So you are entering the inner chamber, Animal Allies. Into orbit, that needs to get put away. The strength exercise. You guys remember the carousel from Animal Allies. The sorter from Trash Trek. I don't know, do some of you have the Space Challenge? That's Space Challenge here. A lot of into orbit. Solar panel array. There is something from the Space Challenge that needs to get sort of put back together again. Here we have all of the Hydrodynamics. That stuff looks good. Animal Allies. So, it's like Toy Story. As soon as I open this up, they all stop playing around. There's some bee house shark. Ooh, I have two pigs. We come down here. I don't know how many of you guys do Green City, but that's looking pretty good. But then, you take a look at some of this stuff like, oh no. So that's a lot of this year's Hydrodynamics that needs to get rebuilt. So it is a daunting task to look at some of this stuff and just going, okay, what does this go to? I mean, look at this from Nature's Fury. My sign is not put together. So it's one of those things where, man, you want to continue to do some of these things with students, but, the things always break. And then, let's come over here. Now, this is all Trash Trek. And this is looking pretty good. So, you have glimmers of hope going, okay, I have some stuff, but then you think about other things and, you come over here and Space Challenge stuff is messed up. So, whoo. And summer's coming up. So, it's one of those things where I wish I had the entire summer. You guys remember that from Hydrodynamics. So summer's coming up, and you just wish that you could spend the entire summer just organizing everything, but that doesn't sound reasonable either. Taking a look here at my desk. Refrigerator, that one actually it works. This one almost works. I believe this is for the bat for Hydrodynamics. And then let's swing around here. Sorry if I made you dizzy here. The ambulance from Nature's Fury. The truck from Trash Trek. Ooh, you guys remember that? Ooh, missing a gray brick right there. So as we end this school year, it's kind of twofold. You are happy that you're getting all these things, as the years pile up. It's like, yeah, remember Trash Trek, Animal Allies, Into Orbit. But on the flip side, the more things you get, the more things you now have to store, the more things you have to put together if they get broken. So it's one of those, you take the good with the bad. And then you have to, like we did in a previous video, you have to take care of all your robotic stuff, wheels and sensors and cables and all the parts that go with it. So I feel like, you feel like a parent every day with all these toys that you have to keep organized, and, it's just maddening. But at the end of the day, still glad that, we teach robotics. We have a lot of fun, and it's just a great ride. It's just one of those things where sometimes you go, nah, I'll wait till next month, wait till next year. But we slowly are starting to get things organized, and no, I can't tell you when it's going to ever be perfect. It probably won't. So that's just a tip for some of you that teach robotics. Don't expect it to ever be perfect. It's kind of like laundry. It's just always going to come back. You build something, it gets broken. You put it back together. It's just going to kind of be one of those revolving doors. So anyway, that was a trip into past FLL models. So hopefully some of you had a good nostalgic trip through that. All right, you guys, thanks for staying with me and watching. I am Mr. Hino from Mr. Lego Robotics. I'm out.